The only reason that you haven't made it to the landmark of where you need to be at is because you holding yourself back. If you want to be great, the greatness is in you. Just like someone just said, you got the tools, you got the skills, you got the attributes to be successful. You holding yourself back. You know everything. Every time I do a webinar with you guys always speak and reiterate the things that I say. I listen to you guys give examples of ways or identify things that you know that's holding you back. And the biggest thing is being able to identify it. Once you identify, you can attack it. If I know my weakness, it can now become a strength. If I know who my opponent is and I know how to attack them, then why can't I win? And if I haven't won, at least I'm in this battle. At least I'm able to stay on the same playing field with you and go at you until I understand what it takes to completely win. You guys just got to make decisions. You guys got to look at the everything that you facing daily, and you got to stand on your decision. You got to know, hey, listen, I'm making a great, solid decision right now. You got to be confident in your decision that you're about to make. You can't double think that thing. You second think it. Then when you make the decision, you're going to go into it double minded. You're not going to be firm in what you believe in. You can't go into the job like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be good at the job, but they done gave you the job. If they gave you the job, they feel like that you're good enough. Why don't you feel like you're good enough? If they gave you the job, then you're good enough to advance in the job. So when opportunities come available, promotions available, they put up on the board that they got a position available, apply for that job. Don't be afraid to apply for it and then you go in and don't get it. That don't mean that, guess what, it wasn't your job. It's just what you just wasn't ready for it at that time. It may be something even better. The company may see you in an even better position, even higher position. But you got to see yourself in that light. If you don't see yourself in that light, then you always going to walk in darkness. You always going to be below your level of greatness. Stop procrastinating. The power of making a decision will determine where you go in life. It will determine your future. It will determine how far your future goes. It will determine those that are connected to you and where they go in their life. The power of the decision that you make will be what help you break that cycle that's happening within your home, within your family, within your community. You always got to remember, it's not about you, it's about others. It's bigger than you. It's always bigger than you when you make a decision. So that's why it's so important that you look at every tier of that decision that you're about to make, that you understand every tier of the consequences, positive or negative, when I make that decision. In order to make the great decision or to be someone who is consistent in making decisions, we could say that's based on what you were taught in your younger days. And what you were taught in your younger days determines how effective you are with decision making as you grow older, and how your brain continues to evolve as someone who makes decisions. Do we all agree on that? Because what I hear is from you all is that, go ahead. The reason that we see sometimes younger people are making more wiser decisions than older people is because maybe that young person grew up in a home where they were taught decision-making skills, where they were put in positions where they made decisions, and somebody was able to lead them in saying, hey, this decision was a good decision, and why, and then giving them the why for why it was a good decision. Or somebody was able to say, hey, listen, this was a bad decision. This why was a bad decision. Now, what could you have done in this situation to make it a better situation? And I think that's what that I'm hearing, and I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys that a lot of times, not a lot of times, but decision making is something that's taught. It's something that's learned. It's a skill. It just doesn't happen out of nowhere. Life lots of time teaches us on how to make decisions. Because, if you're 18 years old and you're first stepping out of your mom's house and you got to go get this apartment or this house, you got to get this rent, you got to get these jobs. So it requires a lot of decisions on, hey, is this the house I'm going to move in? Is this the neighborhood I want to be in? And if I move here, how far is this going to be from the job? How am I going to get the job to back and forth to work? So it teaches you a lot about making decisions just in life.